So the first feature of a monopoly market is that there is a single seller. Okay, I have already told you that there is a single seller or a sole producer in the monopoly market. And what will be the implication of this feature? That you can easily understand that since there is a single seller, then the total supply of that particular product will be in the hand of that particular sole seller. Whole market share will be in the hands of that particular monopolist. Okay, that person who runs a monopoly market is known as the monopolist. Okay, so all the total supply, the market share, it will be in the hands of the single seller. And what will be its implication? That there will be maximum price control in the monopoly market, because whatever I am producing, no one else is producing. Only I am the sole producer of a particular commodity in the particular place. Okay, so I will have a particular say upon the price, because the consumer will not have any other choice that if I increases the price, then the consumer has to purchase the commodity from me only, because he or she does not have any other preference, because there is only a single seller. Okay, that is why there will be full or 100% control on the price. Alright, then absence of close substitutes. Okay, since in the monopoly there is only a single seller and he or she is the sole producer, and there is no rival, no competition to that particular monopolist, thus there is no existence of close substitutes. We all know what substitutes are. Substitutes are those goods which can be used in place of one another, or they satisfy the same want. Okay, substitutes are also various types. Okay, there can be a perfect substitute of a particular commodity, there can be a close substitute of a particular commodity, and there can be a distant substitute of a particular commodity. So if I talk about substitutes, so there can be a perfect substitute, there can be a close substitute, and there can be a distant substitute. As far as your monopoly is concerned, there is no close substitutes, and in your perfect competition there were perfect substitutes, because all the commodities were homogeneous in nature. All the producers were selling homogeneous product, indistinguishable product. Okay, that is why they were perfect substitute. They were not distinguishable at all. Okay, they were same in the quality, quantity, size, color, price, in the environmental factor in which they are bought and sold. Everything was same. That is why in your perfect competition there is existence of perfect substitute. Now, what are close substitutes? Okay, close substitutes are the real substitutes that satisfy same type of want. For example, this marker is of cello. Okay, and this marker is of Camlin. Okay, this board marker, it is black board marker, and this is also board marker which is black, but this is of Camlin and this is of cello, and they have various difference in there is difference in the shape, there's difference in the size. Okay, there's difference in the quality. Okay, because when I write from this marker, there is a thick writing, and when I write from this, I get a thin writing. Okay, so there's a difference, but they are close substitutes. If one is not available, I can substitute it for the other, and if the other is not available, I can substitute for the other one. Okay, but in your monopoly, there are no close substitutes. If one producer is selling that product, there is no rival of that product. For example, your railways in India, your railways can only be run by the government. Okay, the government of India only runs the railway corporation only runs the railway. If we talk about the electricity, supply of electricity in Lucknow, then it is only provided by the State Electricity Board. But if we talk about the electricity in Delhi, it is provided by the State Electricity Board also, it is provided by Reliance also. Okay, so there is other rivals also. But in your monopoly, there are no close substitutes. The consumer does not has any substitute available, any close substitute available. But there might be distant substitutes. In your monopoly, there might be distant substitutes. I am saying might be. It is not always possible that there will exist distant substitutes. Okay, there might be. For example, if I talk about railways, okay, then what is the substitute of railway in India? We can, if I want to go from, if I want to visit to Delhi from Lucknow, okay, then I can go through a train. But what is the other option available? I can go through road transport, I can use the bus, I can use the airplane. Okay, but these will be distant substitutes because they will become expensive for me. Okay, they will become expensive for me. So a distant substitute is that substitute which is expensive in nature, and getting that particular substitute, the consumer has to face various problems. Okay, for example, electricity, the substitute of electricity is generator. Okay, but for getting generator, you have to incur more expenditure, and it is not easy to get generator. Okay, so there might exist distant substitutes in monopoly, but there are no existence of close substitutes at all. That is why a monopolist enjoys maximum power on the market share. They have the maximum control on the price of the commodity. Closed entry. Entry and exit I have already explained when I was explaining the perfect competition, that in a particular industry, okay, for example, if I talk about sanitizers in the industry, before COVID-19 and after COVID-19, how the industry of sanitizers have gone through a change. Okay, if I talk about industry of sanitizers, okay, if we talk about the pre-COVID era, then hardly people knew what sanitizers are. Few companies like Dettol and Lifebuoy, they used to produce sanitizers. Okay, but after COVID, when the demand of sanitizers increased, then the companies thought that if I produce sanitizers, then I'll earn profit because there is hike in the demand. Okay, people are demanding. So many people, they entered the industry of sanitizers, and right now you can see that each and every the second company is producing sanitizers. BoroPlus is producing sanitizers. Okay, your VLCC is producing sanitizers. Each and every the other company is selling sanitizers. Okay, why they have started selling the sanitizers? Because they saw that the industry of sanitizers, there were profits. Okay, and I'm telling you the one thing also, that after COVID ends, there will be reduction in the number of sellers of sanitizers also, because the industry of sanitizers, they will start entering losses because of less demand, and many of the firms will exit. Many of the firms will exit, and only those firms will survive which will have more scale of production, which will have large scale of production, and which are experienced in the production of sanitizers. Okay, but in case of your monopoly, there is closed entry. No one can enter the market. Otherwise, if anyone enters, if the second party enters, then monopoly कहाँ रह जाएगी? Monopoly का मतलब single seller है. अगर रेलवेज में गवर्नमेंट इजाजत दे दे कि हाँ कोई और भी ट्रेन चला सकता है, कोई कंपनी आ जाए, रिलायंस आ जाए, वो ट्रेन बना सकती है, अपनी चला सकती है प्राइवेट में, देन मोनोपोली कहाँ से रहेगी? ओके, लाइकवाइज इन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ऑल्सो कुछ प्लेसेस पे अब मोनोपोली नहीं रही है बिकॉज इट इज बीइंग प्राइवेटाइज्ड. ओके, सो देयर इज क्लोज एंट्री. अब वो एंट्री कैसे क्लोज होती है? लीगल एक्ट्स के थ्रू, गवर्नमेंट एक्ट्स के थ्रू क्लोज कर देती है. जैसे न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब्स इंडिया में कोई नहीं बना सकता, ट्रेन्स कोई नहीं बना सकता एक्सेप्ट द गवर्नमेंट, और योर डिफेंस जितना प्रोडक्शन है वो कोई नहीं कर सकता एक्सेप्ट द गवर्नमेंट. सो लीगल एक्ट्स के थ्रू, नेचुरल फैक्टर्स के थ्रू, जैसे पर्टिकुलर रिसोर्स है उस पर कह दिया गवर्नमेंट ने सिर्फ मेरा कंट्रोल है, ठीक है, सिर्फ इस रिसोर्स पे मेरा कंट्रोल है. सो नो अदर पर्सन विल बी एबल टू गेट दैट रिसोर्स, एंड व्हेन आई विल नॉट गेट दैट रिसोर्स, देन हाउ आई विल continue with the production. Okay, so there can be legal barriers, there can be natural barriers. Okay, various barriers can be there so that the monopoly remains intact. क्योंकि अगर कोई फर्म एंटर हो जाता है तो मोनोपोली कहाँ रह जाएगी. Then comes your price maker. Why a monopoly is known as price maker? Because there is a single seller and they have the 100% control on the output. That is why, and since there are no close substitutes available, there is no preference for the consumer, thus they are price maker. They make price of their own choice, whatever price they want to charge. And your perfect competition, it was price taker, because there was existence of so many large number of buyers and sellers, and each seller had negligible share in the market, and no one was able to influence the price, and they had to accept the price as determined by the market forces. That is your demand and supply. But it is just opposite in case of your monopoly. It is price maker.